Carl Becker, last car on the track. So we'll get Kyle out of the car, and I'm sure he is going to be one excited SUPRS sim racing race car driver. And even with all those cautions, race is done by 10 o'clock. For those of you checking out, we're going to have post-race interviews, and this is going to be a good one with Kyle Clark, no doubt about it. Well, 45 laps, green flag, must have felt like 300 laps to the guy of the winner of our August 8, our 8-8 regular 45 here tonight. Kyle, the Cobra Clark, this has been one that you have wanted for a long time to win with SUPRS. Just about a year after you started racing Supermodified's online with SUPRS, you come home a winner here tonight. Congratulations, Kyle. First of all, what's it feel like to finally get that first SUPRS Oswego Speedway win?
I'm tired, man. I am. People can say that sim racing is just a game. I am dripping with sweat, out of breath. That was the most nerve-wracking, anxious, however many laps we ran. Oh my God, how many cautions did we have? I could not wait for that race to end. At one point, I was just like, I don't care if I even win it. I just want this race to be over because it was just driving me nuts every time I'd, get the tires heated up. Caution would come out. Keith was there, and I think Keith was being very laying back a little bit. If it was for the points, I think it would have been a lot closer. I know what you were doing, Keith. You were just driving a clean race, but damn, it was fun.
Kyle, let's talk a little bit about those restarts. How were you able to hold off the guy in second place who's a master at throttle control? What was the trick for you to keep him behind you on those restarts?
I've been working a lot on my restarts lately and watching a lot of what Rob does and Keith, and I've been, it's all about timing, and I've been paying attention to them. And you just gotta let that pace car get out a little bit, and you gotta remember where he pulls in, and you just try to beat the other, just be wide open before the guy behind you. And man, I'm still jacked up right now. A few times I got Keith because I'd look behind me, I'd pull away from him, but he started. Keith's very smart. He knew what I was doing, so he was right there behind me.
Well, Kyle, a lot of people go to Disney World when they win their first race. We hear about it all the time. What are you going to do after winning your first Oswego race, your second SUPRS feature?
I'm going to the fridge and getting a beer.
All right. Congratulations again, Kyle. Anybody you'd like to thank out there for sponsors?
Well, yeah, Rob, you've been an incredible help with the computers. Kevin, you do an amazing job on graphics and building these things. Bobby, the time you put in to keeping this organized and promoted the way you do. And then everyone I race with, you know, that's why I like coming in on Thursday nights and Sunday nights and testing, just because it's just a good group of guys. Have some laughs, you know, at the same time figure some stuff out about tracks and make them better. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to say this, but Nelson, if you're listening to this, we're sorry. Wish you could be here, but we understand why.
Well, again, congratulations, Kyle. Certainly echoes the sentiments of all the SUPRS members for Nelson Rodriguez losing his father to that horrible disease, cancer. And hurry back, Nelson. We're here waiting on you, and take care of yourself. Again, congratulations, Kyle. Great race for you here tonight at Oswego Speedway.
Thank you, Bob.
Well, a little bit of discrepancy on second place is one set of scoring shows Steve Callahan actually in second place. Believe it to be Keith Powell in second, but either way, let's talk to those two teammates now to see what they think about our first-time Oswego Speedway winner and their races. Both of them having great races out there. First to Keith Powell, driver of the Icings on Top Mayfield Missile. Keith, you probably heard Kyle Clark say, well, he kind of gave it to me. From what we could see, there wasn't much given out there. You had a kind of an evil race car out there tonight. Walk us through all of those restarts and what kept you from being able to get around Kyle Clark.
Yeah, I had an evil car. I mean, it wasn't evil, but it was bad on that first caution. The left front got some damage. I think the toe got knocked in on the left front, and that was the very first yellow. So after that, it was kind of a handful. I adjusted a little bit on the brake bias. But yeah, that was all Kyle. Congratulations to Kyle tonight. That was awesome. That was all him. I seen when we got a little bit of a green flag run in the middle of the race, maybe just before halfway, and I seen him starting to wiggle a little bit and a little bit more. I just did not have the car to really drive up there. I mean, I was pushing it for all it was worth tonight. So it was definitely all him. He earned that one. It was a tough race. A lot of cautions. Didn't like to see the cautions. Only because I think after about 4 or 5 laps, I didn't have that much pressure behind me. But yeah, the car's a little tough. Just about lost it, I think, about 3 times in that race. So it was a long one. But again, congratulations to Kyle. He put in the laps and the seat time, and he's always striving to make himself better. And he's been there all season long. It's just a matter of time. And I told him before the race I had a feeling tonight might be his night. So congratulations to him, and welcome back my teammate, man. CPR on the podium. That's awesome to see.
Keith put one on you, Powell, in for second place. Let's talk to his teammate, who he's talking about on the podium. Steady Steve Callahan, you came from way deep in the field, 7th starting position, and was able to dodge the accidents, keep the car underneath of you through all the restarts, and then make a pass and move into the podium. How satisfied are you to come home on the podium here tonight, right behind your teammate?
Tonight was an awesome night. You know, everything was a lot of fun. Seeing Kyle win, get his first win. Nobody works harder than he does, and nobody, is more deserving. Man, he's a great racer, and yeah, he ran a great race tonight. It's cool, and it was cool to see Gary get a heat win. See Gary back up front. It was just a lot of fun tonight. But got a little lucky. Some guys had some problems. Kind of parted. I was able to come up through there, and all the restarts took me a few laps for the car to get going, and once it did, we were pretty good. So I'm pretty happy. Haven't been able to turn a lot of laps lately because of work and some other stuff. But it's cool to be back racing with you guys.
Well, it sure is cool to have you back. Great run for you here tonight, Steve. Congratulations. Who would you like to thank for your sponsors tonight?
CPR Motorsports, icing's on top. Thank you, Cindy, for all the extra stuff you do. My crew chief Heath, he's always giving me pep talks when I think I'm not fast enough, and just everybody, Rob, Kevin, you, Bob, for all you do.
Steady Steve Callahan makes his way to the podium here tonight. Fourth place goes Bob Gamler. Fifth place, Dominic Joya. Let's talk to Dominic because, at one point, Dominic had a shot at the podium here tonight. And this has been a really good season for Dom Joya. Dom, what exactly kept you off the podium tonight? Because at one point, you had a real good race car in right around halfway. You were looking at a podium finish possibly. What happened out there?
Early on in the race, Keith got squirrely going into 3, and I was on the brakes to try to avoid running into him, and I got hit from behind and spun around and took Rob and I don't know who else with me. So, and also I was trying a different setup tonight, so I don't know how really well that worked after that. So, got back up to 5th. I'll take it, and we'll go on to next week and see what we can do. Just want to say to Nelson, we're thinking of you, man. Hang in there, going through a rough time, and we're here for you. So it's a nasty thing that he's going through, and at one point or another, everybody's going to be touched by that one way or another by that dreaded disease, and it's not fair. But we're just one big family, and if I could, we can get everybody together and just give Nelson a big hug right now and just tell him we're thinking of him.
Well, thank you, Dominic. We certainly are thinking about him, and good run for you here tonight at Oswego Speedway.
Thank you. I hope everybody enjoyed it, and hopefully you come out next week and watch us do our thing, and maybe I can move up a few more rungs on the podium and maybe up in the point standings, but I don't know. But Rob's pretty much got this deal all locked up, so he's got something going that the rest of us haven't quite figured out yet. So, see what happens.
Dominic Joya in for the top 5 tonight. Well, let's talk to the guy we don't get to talk to a lot out there before we close out the show. Carl Bonsai Becker. Carl, bringing it home here tonight. Your teammate started up front, dropped to the back. You finished behind him, just one lap down. But of all the cautions out there tonight and the spins, you weren't one of them, buddy. You kept her square out there. How good does it feel to bring the Docker Titanium Roadster home with pretty much all the sheet metal and Nerf bars on it?
I thought we were in a Dodgem house for a while. There was cars here and there was cars there, and too bad I wasn't fast enough to race with everybody, but I was maneuverable enough to keep from running into anybody, I guess, other than I hit Kevin on the pace lap. He's probably going to have a stiff neck tomorrow. I foot slipped off the brake, and then I had to hit it again, and it was too late. I done hit him. I do dumb accident things, like hit somebody in the face lap and stuff like that. I think that, well, in the first place, I'm happy to see Kyle win. I thought that was pretty neat, and it was kind of neat to see Gary stay out in front. I still am nowhere near everybody else, so I just kind of make sure I'm behind everybody and try to just keep getting laps. And I don't know. I'm kind of like Dom. I'll just be back next week and we'll do it all over again.
Looking forward to seeing you, Carl.